Right, we're probably live. You know, we're live now, and we think there's a good audio delay. So, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing? Where are you currently? You look like you're having a little pit stop rather.
Yeah, yeah. This is the 12K stop. Well, they call it the 12K stop. For us, it's like the 17K stop because we took a wrong turn.
No.
But we're on the right route now, and
Good.
yeah, so we're just about to set off again. So. Do you know what? This is the thing. Like this, doing these AMAs as part of this is a really stupid idea because it really feels like I've just come off the other call, like which was, approaching an hour ago. It doesn't help that part of it was kind of like panic looking at maps to try and find the route again. But whatever. Do you have a question?
You're back on track. I do. I've got a question. I like this question. It's relevant to your latest blogs. There's no name attached, but let's say Ferrari hire you 2022. They want you to build the new Ferrari website. What's the tech stack that you choose and why?
Oh, okay. So the reason people are asking this question is because I did a performance review of the Ferrari website relatively recently, and I've been looking at all of the F1 websites, and it's the slowest of the lot. There's two I haven't looked at yet, so it might not be the slowest, but I have a feeling it might be. The Ferrari one is slow because they have a massive JavaScript dependency on render, but it's not obvious to the browser that it's a JavaScript dependency. So the browser downloads the JavaScript at low priority, even though it actually should be high priority because it's not literally a blocking resource. Anyway, that's not what you asked. You asked me how I would build it.
Yep.
Static, innit? Static build. If it was me, I think. Obviously, I think these sites are updated by people who are maybe less technical. So finding a way for them to be able to update it, but still have ultimately a static build behind it. I think I know various sites like Netlify have like CMSs for working with a static site. I think that's what I do. I'm not like one of these people who's Jamstack or nothing, because I do think it has scalability problems at some point. You're not going to build the Guardian as a static website, right? Like you do want those pages to be on demand. But the Ferrari website, come on, it's only a few pages. They've only got 2 drivers and a reserve driver. It's like how much information do you want? It's on exactly.
Yeah.
Go on then. How would you build it? How would you build it?
I think I'd stick to the same. I think you're right. The main challenge is having people outside of engineering be able to update it, and whether that's probably some form of static build site with some templating thing that's straightforward enough for them to use, or even like Markdown. It really depends how much control you want to give people outside of engineering to make changes, I suppose. So depending on that scale, you probably choose accordingly. Yeah, I don't see the need for it to be some JavaScript framework-backed thing. Mostly static information. Right?
I've played with this stuff on my blog. Like I've got a so my blog is a static build. It's Markdown, but also I've got these little script type component elements that I can put into my Markdown. It's super hacky. I'm parsing it with regex. Perfect.
Beautiful.
And so but the way it works is like these little script type components basically have the path to a module, which is a Preact module, and then some props. And what that does is that generates a static render for that module, and then includes the JavaScript needed to make it live, on the page. So I use that for some interactive elements. The side part of that is optional. So if I just want to have a component, like for instance, on my F1 posts, I've got like a table of contents at the start. That's a Preact component, but it only runs as part of the static build. But it means that I've got this one component. When I add a new post, I can just update that one component, and it updates across all of the posts. As I say, it's my blog, so I'm just messing around. But I think that's you can have that sort of mix of Markdown and little bits of code in there. Yeah, I have to say that my blog used to be Django, and being able to like update my my posts like from my phone easier than going through GitHub. The part of me misses that the static thing. But I haven't looked at these static CMS building things.
No, me neither. Yeah, I do the same. I have little components I can inject into my Markdown when I need a bit of JavaScript going on, but as similarly just Markdown all the way, really. Other than that, it's good though. I think if you can't mess around and try things on your own blog, where can you? You know, that's the perfect place for hacks.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why you need to rebuild your whole blog engine every like 5 years, because you get into a total mess.
Yeah, you don't want you don't want to use that time to actually write blog posts, Jake. You want to use it to rebuild your blog. That's
yeah, and then you write a conference talk about rebuilding your blog.
Yeah.
I still got this idea of like at some point I want to build to create a conference. It could be an online conference or whatever, but every speaker is only allowed to give a talk about how they built their slide framework for their talk.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
and
yeah,
it could work. So, because I know there's loads of speakers that maintain their own setup for that kind of thing, and it's super interesting.
Yeah, you've got your own sort of fancy thing, haven't you? You've got a customized slide thing that you pull out.
Yep, it's what we use for HTTP 203 as well, and so Surma uses it as well. And the documentation is just the word "sorry." That's all it is. I think the fundamentals of the system are really good, but it needs rebuilding, like my blog every 5 years. So I think it could be something good, but it is not good right now.
Not ready for widespread adoption just yet, then.
Nope. And I do get those emails after a conference talk. Someone says like, "Oh, how did you do your slides? How did you do those animations?" And I say, "Well, I've got this GitHub repo for it, but also sorry, don't try and use it because it'll waste your life."
Yeah.
Well, talking about wasting my life, I might say goodbye. So I can get some walking done before I'm talking to the next person. I can't even remember who the next person is. Is it you again? No, I think it might be Paul Lewis.
I think it might be Paul. Yeah, he might be up next.
Some people are doubling up because I don't have that many friends, you see. So
yeah, see, I didn't like you enough to do 2 slots. I just gave you one slot.
It's the people who are doing the overnights. I realize I have less friends in America than I do in the UK. So some people are having to travel up overnight. So, oh well. All right.
Well, Jake, best of luck with the rest of the day. Hope it stays dry. We've got to mention the weather. I had to mention the rain or lack of. So hopefully it stays dry. Best of luck.
Cheers.
And I hope it goes well. I hope you're able to enjoy it.
Thank you very much, mate. Well, yeah, definitely not that, but it's all right.
See you, mate. Bye.